Good evening. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the City of Kettering Planning Commission for Monday, November 18th, 2024. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Miami Valley Cable Council for televising and taping tonight's meeting for rebroadcast on Channel 6 and streaming live over the internet at mvcc.net. It will also be recorded and available for later viewing on mvcc.net. Since this meeting is both audio and videotaped to form a complete record for possible appeal to City Council and/or the courts, it is important that anyone who wishes to address the Commission will need to come to the lectern to speak into the microphone and give their name and address for the record. The Planning Commission is a volunteer, independent body appointed by Council whose mission is to hear all bodies involved and subsequently make a motion to approve, deny, continue, or recommend the application. All action by the Commission can be appealed to the City Council. At this time, I would like to introduce members of the Planning Commission who are present here this evening. On my left is Ken Lackey, the Assistant Secretary. Carol Fisher, who is the Secretary, has an excused absence. Connie Gall, who typically sits on my left, is the Recording Secretary, and she has an excused absence. I'm Don Rethman, the Chair. To my right is Troy Urbis, Vice Chair, and just sitting down now is Ray Waskey, Commissioner. Member of staff present here this evening is David Roller, City Planner. At this time, we'll go to the first item on the agenda. The first item was old business. We do not have any old business at this meeting. So moving on to the next is new business. It is a plat at 4109 Ridgeway Road. It is PC-24-009. Mr. Roller.
Thank you, Mr. Rethman. We have received an application for a plat at 4109 Ridgeway Road. This particular piece of property is located just south of Stroop in West Kettering. This is a previously unplatted piece of property, and the applicant is proposing to basically subdivide this into three new lots. Two lots, Lot 1 and Lot 2, would basically be two housing pads. One would be located in the location of the house, which is shown here. That house would be demolished and a new lot would be created in that location. The second house lot, or house pad, which would be lot number 2, is just up and to the right of that location. We'll get to the actual plat drawing in just a moment. And then the third lot is actually the lot held in common, as this is intended to be a landominium. And that would have the access utilities as well as a pool and pool house. We did check the proposed plat in accordance with the City of Kettering subdivision ordinance. We've provided a checklist summary for your use to go along with that. We did find that it met all of the standards within the City of Kettering subdivision ordinance, and we are recommending approval. There's a copy of the plat here provided for your information. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
All right, any questions for Mr. Roller? No. Mr. Lackey? Mr. Urbis?
No. Yeah, just a couple real quick. So on the land dominium little new, these units would be individual single occupancy, not multi-unit type dwellings, correct?
Correct. Yeah, these lot number 1, lot number 2, each one of those would have a single unit dwelling, which typically the lot is large enough to be subdivided into 2 lots for new houses. They're choosing to do it a little bit differently by having a lot held in common. The 2 lots would not exceed the existing zoning density that's there already. So this is just basically an alternate method to providing 2 new house lots.
Okay. And then the access remains off Ridgeway as well?
Correct.
Okay. No, this is my question.
Okay. If there are no other questions, do we have a recommendation?
Yes, we are recommending approval. We do not have any conditions to add to that.
All right, unless there's any other questions or comments, Mr. Waskey, I believe I just handed you a motion.
Yes, you did, Mr. Chair. And the motion reads as follows. Whereas an application has been received from Patrick Byerly, 827 Broadview Boulevard, Dayton, Ohio, requesting approval of a plat of previously unplatted land into 3 new lots. And whereas this request constitutes approval of a final record plan for the newly described lots, and whereas the Planning Commission has reviewed the facts surrounding this request, including an oral and written report by city staff, which is incorporated herein, I move that the applicant's request for approval of a final record plan for Byerly Place be approved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the proposed motion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Lackey,
Yes.
Mr. Urbis,
Yes.
Mr. Woski,
Yes.
Mr. Ruthven.
Yes. Next item on the agenda is a lot consolidation at 2739 County Line Road. This is PC-24-014. Mr. Roller.
Yes, we have received an application for 2739 County Line Road. Currently, this lot is vacant. It is zoned R2. There are 2 lots presently there at this location. You'll see the dashed line on your screen there. There's a large lot at the top of the screen. That would also be map north. And there's a much smaller lot here where I'm showing the mouse. That is a second lot. That lot's currently vacant. Those 2 lots are being proposed to be consolidated into one larger lot. And that would be, let's see, I'm looking for the total lot area, but I'm not seeing it here. 3.9804 acres. So it's a replat of Lot 3 of Stonegate of Kettering plat. There is a portion of the plat that is going to be dedicated as right-of-way, which you see there on the proposed plat drawing. So we would be dedicating a portion of the right-of-way as part of this plat as well. We provided a checklist of the City of Kettering subdivision ordinance, what we check this for compliance with. There's one item there that does require our attention, and that is that the dates provided on the plat drawing reflect the year of 2007. So those need to be updated prior to signatures and being brought back to the Planning Commission. We are recommending approval. Happy to answer any questions that you have.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Roller? Mr. Lackey? No. Mr. Urbis? Mr. Woski?
None.
I don't have any questions either. So unless we have any other questions or comments, recommendation, Mr. Roller.
We are recommending approval with one condition, that the dates be updated to the current year.
All right. Mr. Urbis, I believe you've got the motion.
Yes, whereas an application has been received from David Neonoris, 9501 Tahoe Drive, Dayton, Ohio, requesting approval of a replat of all of Lot 3 of Stonegate of Kettering into one new lot, and whereas this request constitutes approval of a final record plan for the newly described lot, and whereas the Planning Commission has reviewed the facts surrounding this request, including an oral and written report by city staff, which is incorporated herein. I move that the applicant's request for approval of a final record plan for the Neonoris plat be approved with the following condition. 1, all dates shall be updated to the current year. End of motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the proposed motion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Lackey,
Yes.
Mr. Urbis,
Yes.
Mr. Woski,
Yes.
Mr. Ruthven.
Yes. All right, next item on the agenda is audience participation for any items not on the agenda. Is there anyone out in the audience who wishes to address a particular item to the Planning Commission? Seeing that no one is wishing to come forward, we will move on to other business. Signing of plats.
We actually don't have any plats to sign this evening.
Okay, communications and reports.
We don't have anything to communicate officially. We are making progress on the comprehensive plan, and we look forward to sharing any updates as we move through that process.
Great. Planning Commission comments. Mr. Lackey.
I don't have anything.
Mr. Urbis?
Yep.
Mr. Woski?
I have none.
Okay. I don't have any comments either. So with that, we will adjourn this regularly scheduled meeting of the City of Kettering Planning Commission for Monday, November 18th at 7:10 PM until our next regularly scheduled meeting.